FIFA has really lost it, hasn't it? First, someone in the cold confines of their corporate headquarters was like, I don't know, we need to make more money than UEFA, but no one likes to watch most of our tournaments. How about a World Cup every 2 years? And then, they decided to side with the Brazilian Football Federation, where the folks were not too pleased at the English Premier League's decision to not send South American players to represent their countries during the international break, in the middle of a pandemic. We'll tell you all about that in a bit. Miralem Pjanic has joined Besiktas and was honest about claims that he was disrespected by Ronald Koeman. However, the Barcelona manager has come up with a response the Bosnian midfielder would not like to hear. Bayern Munich are notorious for poaching the best talent in German football, but Thomas Müller has said that his team never forces a club to sell its best player. Manchester United might lose Paul Pogba on a free next summer and have already seen Eduardo Camavinga join Real Madrid. However, the Red Devils have identified one player who could be the perfect signing for them next summer. We have all this and more in today's episode, so why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channel and make sure you're always up to date on all the major stories that this amazing game has to offer. And that brings us to the sponsor of this video. Unless you want to miss out on your favourite team's games, you're going to need a VPN that can get you past all those annoying streaming geo restrictions. Can't access your favourite league? A VPN will allow you to stream content like football games or even Netflix shows that are not available in your country. Our favourite VPN provider is Private Internet Access. It changes your IP address and reroutes your internet traffic through an encrypted tunnel, hiding your online activity from your internet service provider and government censors. It's our favourite tool to stream football matches for free. It works with all major streaming services, so you have unrestricted access to all your favourite content anywhere in the world, and is available for all operating systems. Signing up is risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Sign up right now to get 83% off, plus 2 free extra months. Go to www.privateinternetaccess.com/goalside to get it now, or simply press the link in the description. Barcelona manager Ronald Koeman has hit back at Miralem Pjanic's recent comments that he was disrespected by the manager by stating that the club had better players than the experienced midfielder. The former Roma man recently secured a season-long loan move to Turkish giants Besiktas and is not happy with his treatment in Spain. Pjanic claims that the Dutchman restricted his opportunities at Camp Nou, and now Koeman has hit back at those claims. While speaking to Mundo Deportivo, the former Everton boss says that while he understands a player's frustration at having limited opportunities, he cannot ignore other players in the team whom he perceives to be better than the Bosnian. I think it's a bit of frustration on the part of the player that I understand, Koeman told Mundo Deportivo. But in our way of playing, in our ideas with the ball and without the ball, he has lost the battle with other midfielders and nothing else. I wish him the best. It has been complicated. We have tried and we have seen that there are other players better than him. If you ask us, it's sad to see Pjanic's career nosedive, since for several years he was one of the best midfielders on the planet. At the age of 31, Pjanic still has a few years of top-level football left in him, and we hope that he's able to rediscover his form in Turkey. Over the years, Bayern Munich have been criticised for poaching the best talent in the German Bundesliga, thereby making the league a one-sided affair for nearly a decade. The reigning German champions famously signed Mario Götze from Borussia Dortmund on the eve of a Champions League final. In the end, Dortmund lost the final, and Bayern Munich were criticised globally for the timing of their statement. Since then, a lot of good German and non-German players have left Bundesliga sides in order to play for the Bavarians. Manuel Neuer joined them from bitter rival Schalke 04, and then Robert Lewandowski joined as a free agent from BVB. This summer, Bayern Munich have played quite a role in destabilising all the hard work done by RB Leipzig. First, it was their manager Julian Nagelsmann who joined FC Hollywood, and then the young tactician was followed by star defender Dayot Upamecano. Leipzig captain Marcel Sabitzer followed the Frenchman into the Allianz Arena, and since then, RB have struggled in the league, winning just one of their first 3 league games. While many people would see Munich's transfer dealings as an attempt to sabotage other clubs, Müller claims that Bayern Munich never force any club to sell their star players. Citing the example of PSG holding on to Kylian Mbappe, Müller says that no club is obliged to sell a player. No club has an obligation to sell. Look at PSG and Mbappe. Like every club, we're on the lookout for quality that fits into our budget. It's normal to look around for options in the same league. There have always been transfers that are hotly debated, and that's a good thing. So what do you lot think about Bayern Munich's tactics? To be honest, the fact that a lot of German players only have eyes on Bayern Munich in order to win silverware speaks volumes of a league that has so much potential, but maybe not enough financial strength to compete with the reigning champions. Hopefully, this will all change if the league is able to attract similar broadcasting deals that the Premier League is enjoying these days. Manchester United have identified England international Declan Rice as their main transfer target for next year's summer transfer window. According to reports, the top hierarchy at Old Trafford has already held discussions over the move. The 22-year-old is currently under contract with West Ham until 2024, but is unlikely to pen fresh terms. This means that the Londoners will be forced to cash in soon rather than seeing his transfer value decrease as his contract nears its expiration date. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been keen on signing a new midfielder and was unable to have his wish granted this summer. And while some really good signings have been made this summer, United need to add at least one high-quality midfielder in order to compete for the big trophies. Moreover, with Paul Pogba's contractual situation unresolved so far, United need to look at potential replacements in case the Frenchman decides to walk out of the club next summer for nothing. This summer, United did not receive a concrete offer for the star midfielder, and with just 10 months left on his current deal, it kind of looks clear that he doesn't want to sign a new one. Regardless, United will be in the market for a new midfielder, especially someone who can do a better job in the pivot than Fred, who's been at his calamitous best this season. Chelsea are also interested in bringing back their academy product to Stamford Bridge, but it remains to be seen if the Blues will want to make another big money move after spending quite so lavishly in the last two summer transfer windows. After the Brazilian FA triggered a FIFA rule, a host of its national team's players will be unable to feature for their clubs in the Premier League this weekend. The Premier League and its clubs had advised Brazilian players not to travel to their country, since Brazil has been put on the red list status by the British government. A host of players were forced to sit on the sidelines rather than help their nation do well in the World Cup qualification campaign. It was definitely not an ideal situation, and it appears that a FIFA ruling is set to haunt the English clubs. The ruling states that players not released for international duty can be banned for 5 days after the international break comes to an end. This is not an ideal scenario for the league, and 8 players will not be part of the fixtures between September 10th and 14th. The likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea and Leeds United will suffer the most from it. Well, maybe not Manchester United, since they only have one Brazilian, named Fred, who quite a few fans might be glad to see missing the action given his recent abject showings. The other players who are going to be missed big time are Liverpool's Roberto Firmino, Fabinho and Alisson. Manchester City will not be able to call upon the services of Ederson or Gabriel Jesus. Meanwhile, Thiago Silva will miss out on Chelsea duty for League and Champions League later next week. Leeds United will not be able to field star player Rafinha as well. One club that's not going to be affected by the ruling is Everton, whose star player Richarlison has not been banned. Brazil's FA and Everton have a great relationship, especially after the Toffees were happy to allow the youngster to represent the Selecao at the Olympic Games in Japan, which was why the Brazilian FA requested FIFA make an exemption. Meanwhile, Aston Villa pair Emiliano Martinez and Buendia have already flown to Croatia for a 10-day quarantine. This means that the star duo will not be able to help the villains in their quest to test Chelsea on Saturday. Hopefully, the recent episode with the Brazilian Football Federation is just a one-off and the league is able to create a mechanism where an international break does not become a source of frustration for all concerned parties.